and Facebook. Okay, welcome to our Wednesday meeting. I do have to tell you, I cannot post links anymore. That is coming from Tops, and also Zoom encourages also. But you can give out the links I've given you to anybody as long as they're not posted on Facebook. And anybody is welcome as long as they're a Tops member. Okay, well, I'm going to mute you and we will do the pledge together. Mute, and then you can unmute yourself when you're done. Top, okay, Tops pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I'm tempted to use food, uh, to, uh, to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I will take off pounds sensibly. Cops pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I'm tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I am to be an example as I keep off pounds sensibly. Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself. We are working from the real life book. The one that it's important to me because I obviously exercise a lot. It's chapter 7, the real life, moving more, getting and staying fit. The staying fit is key because you can get fit and then you can just stop and then it's like use it or lose it. You know, I've already noticed from I don't do weights anymore and I'm losing muscle in my arms. Okay. Personal trainers, nutritionists, and medical doctors will all say that exercise is an essential component to overall health. You know that's true, but maybe you have a hard time getting started. Maybe you're exercising regularly, but not getting the results you expect, or you're bored with your routine. How many have routines and they get really bored? Yeah, that is a problem. Yeah, or you do stuff alone, and it's like, why do I even bother? You get really bored because walking is boring. Walking is boring. It really, even with music and yours, it is boring. Yeah, that's why I start hiking with my hiking group again. Maybe you want to exercise but don't feel you can fit it into your busy life because of kids, work, or a medical or family issue. Whatever your activity level, whatever is keeping you from getting and staying on the move or meeting your personal fitness goals, there's something for you in the pages of this chapter. There's an assessment on page 172 in chapter 7 that you can do on your own. It helps you determine what was most useful for you. It's designed to help you get in touch with your fitness feelings, how you feel about getting fit. It's not a test with right or wrong answers. There's no judgment. It's just a tool to help you examine your readiness for exercise or by looking at 4 aspects of your current mental and physical condition: attitude, health, commitment, and self-control. Attitude is how you think about exercise. Boring. Commitment, how dedicated you are to carry out an exercise program at this time. Self-control, what's that? How ready you are to be in control of and responsible for your exercise program. And health, how strongly you believe that you will benefit from exercise. And that questionnaire is on in that chapter. Basic question is for you is this: are you willing to give exercise a try? The first step is always to decide positively that you will try. It's mind over matter. Notice that most of the questions in the questionnaire, the questions covered, what questionnaire covers, is more about your mind and your body. It wants to know, because we all know most of our weight loss journey is mental. If your brain's not convinced you can do this, you won't. Instead of thinking exercise is work, tell yourself you're going to do something active that makes me feel good. Instead of thinking I'll fail, tell yourself if I start slowly and do what I can, that's a success. Being healthy and well is not a contest. Instead of thinking I don't have time, tell yourself I can always find 5 or 10 minutes here and there. But it's mind over matter. You don't convince your brain, you won't do it. Where to go from here? There's no one size fits all approach when it comes to fitness. You have to find what works best for you based on what you like doing, what fits in your life, and what your doctor recommends is safe and effective given your current level of fitness and health. Never begin a new exercise without discussing it with your doctor, obviously. And my doctor and nutritionist were, it's like, if you feel like doing it, just stay safe and don't overdo it. Know your limits. That's the big thing. I learned by burning out, I learned my limits this year. Okay. It says, don't fret if you're unfit. Let me get a drink.
I'm taking a drink.
We went from very humid to very dry overnight. It's like, wow. Okay. You may shy away from exercise because you're worried that you can't do it. It's too hard or you look silly. The good news is there's a form of exercise for everyone, and we all have to start somewhere. You may need to break free from months or years of sedentary habits and start seeing yourself as an active person, maybe for the first time. Just do what you can. When you're just beginning, any activity is better than nothing. What's important is choosing activities you enjoy and staying with them. And there's also an exercise prescription where there's some strategies. It's set goals. Consider your health benefits you'd like to achieve, such as lower blood pressure, increased cardiovascular fitness or healthy body, or you want to walk without pain, whatever you want to do. Set your goals for it. Be realistic. Keep in mind that making lasting change takes time, and getting fit is no exception. In general, for every year you're sedentary, takes 1 or 2 months of exercise to make up for that, what you lost in fitness. Take your time. Any program that depends on drastically changing your schedule, such as getting up 2 hours earlier or giving up other activities, is unlikely to last. Instead, find a way to include activities in your normal routine. Okay. Anybody have any questions so far? They even give you 7-day exercise plan in this book. So everything is in this book that we need for our journey. The Real Life is a great book. Okay. It says tips for a fitter you. Build up your activity slowly. Like walk to the mailbox, park farther away from the store in the parking lot. Mow your own lawn. Like we have a push mower. No riding mower here. Walk around the mall while window shopping. Like, yeah, I would have to leave my wallet in the car. Window shopping is hard. Or take a bus instead of driving because you'll have to walk a lot more. Turn on your favorite music and dance. Singing optional. Me, yes, not very. It's not optional. I don't do it. Clean your house. Cleaning your house is very good exercise. Don't use your gadgets. Do it by hand. Or it says putting away the laundry in separate trips instead of using a basket. No, that I won't do. Yeah, no, too much work for that. And if you're stronger, move the furniture and vacuum underneath. And of course, turn on the radio and dance. Says get your groove on while you're vacuuming. Okay. Or sweeping the floor. And you'll burn fat while you fight the grime. You can also dance while you're in the kitchen making dinner. Not when you're at the stove. Don't do that. Or do toe touches, step ups, or other exercises. It says fidget or march in place while you watch your shows, or get up and walk during commercials. Every little step helps. As you sit at the computer, try lifting your legs off the floor. See how long you can keep them from touching the floor. After a short time, you'll feel the stomach and leg muscles working. You're burning calories and building muscle. Can you walk up the stairs? Not all of us can. It's great for building leg muscle. Walking down will also build muscle if you use your muscles to lower yourself to each step, not just drop from step to step. That one, Terry Ann. If your joints complain going down, use the elevator. Walk up. Your muscles may feel sore as you start to use them more. Treat them with warm bath and stretching to make them happy and keep yourself limber. Don't forget the stretching. We on this challenge I'm doing with my area, finishing strong. The first week is one of the challenges is to stretch 10 minutes every day. Well, let me tell you, my grandson and I, he's 8. We went and got a YouTube video on TV for stretching. I figured, 15 minutes, I can do it. The guy, I've never seen a guy that flexible. I can't even keep my feet flat on the floor. And I'm like, we were both like, this stuff hurts. We don't stretch. So I hike up and down the mountains. So my muscles are so tight. I can't stretch. I can't touch my toes. He said, put your legs out like in a V. It's like, I got to this. It's like, I couldn't go any farther. It's like, I was like, okay, this is why I need to stretch 10 minutes every day, because I can't do simple stretching exercises anymore. My muscles are so tight. So stretching is very important. And I'll tell you, we were sweating. It's like, this stuff is hard. So we found one that's for inflexible, people that aren't flexible. I still can't do that. I still couldn't do the stretches. It's like, what's going on? Like I said, I'm not that old. It's like, I'll tell you, it's like, we're like, this has got to stop. This is painful. It's like, yeah, stretching. I've learned I need to stretch every day because I just don't. Okay. Don't forget your balance. Can you stand on one foot? There's a stool right there for me to hold on to. For how long? This is another way to improve your supportive core muscles. Also, use self-checkout at the store whenever possible. Scanning and bagging your own groceries is a great way to sneak more exercise in every day. And if your stores are like ours, like Walmart, if it's self-serve, self-checkout, they won't take cash. Okay. And then any other questions or any other ways you sneak in exercise during the day? Nobody?
Park as far away from the entrance as you can.
Yes. Oh, yes. That way I can actually find my car because it's way out by itself. Because I will lose my car. Well, this time I got my bike rack, so I can just look for my bike rack. But yeah, my biggest one is parking farthest away from the store. Okay. They do have a 7-day exercise plan. It's like real, and I'll just do the first day is march in place, foot circles, leg extensions, speed bag punches, and neck stretches. Simple stuff. So they do 7 days this. So, and they work up to day 7 is the plank, band work, which is resistance bands, bicep curls, trunk rotations, calf stretch. It's basically a lot of 7 days of stretching. I should probably do this since I can't stretch anymore. Okay. There's a lot. They go over the exercise principles and guidelines. And they say there's an acronym. SOAP sums up the 4 basic principles of exercise, which are specificity, overload, adaptation, and progression. specificity. The key concept of training is the principle. Whatever. I'm not saying the word today. The exercise training effect is specific to muscles involved in the activity. Overload, it means that to improve muscle fitness, the body or specific muscles must be stressed by placing a greater demand on them as they are used to than they are used to handling. Adaptation, your body adapts to the overload placed, and you get better. Progression gradually increases physical challenges. Once the body adapts to the stress placed upon it produces maximum benefits. So we all promote that. Does anybody know about FIT, the acronym FIT? Frequency, intensity, and time. Just like they do interval trainings for that too. If that frequency is to attain and maintain physical fitness, you need to exercise regularly. Intensity, that's where intervals come in. Exercise intensity also varies to the type of exercise and with personal goals. So like to improve cardiovascular, you need to get your pulse going up. Like my resting is normally like 54, and even hiking a mountain, it doesn't get much higher. So, but, and then time, the amount of time or duration of your workouts is important, especially, it's like in general, similar health benefits are achieved by a single 30-minute session of moderate exercise or 3 10-minute bouts of exercise throughout the day. So, I mean, we recommend 30 minutes of exercise, but it doesn't have to be all at once. Whatever you can fit in, and however much you can do at one time. Anybody have any other, anything about what they do? What do you all do for exercise?
I do a 30-minute program on my treadmill. It's a cardio program.
Mm-hmm.
But what I started doing was, like, I think the last 2 or 3 minutes, it's a really cool down. So
Right.
I've been taking that up and making it a real 30-minute workout. And then when the program's over, I'll just walk slowly for like 2 or 3 minutes. And I did find this guy on YouTube, and I wish I could find him. I have it saved to my computer. He does a total body, low impact total body workout. And I think it's the Les Mills, but somebody put it on Facebook, and I just love him. And then after he does one program, it'll say up next, like 1 week it was Tabata. He had a Tabata program. And so, and they're free. So it's like, okay, but I can't, because I'm not
next time you go use it, you'll have to write down what his name is.
I'll have to look and see, because I tried to Google, go to YouTube, and I think his name is Ryan or something, but I don't know how it got. I think it got on. I think most of those you have to pay for, but this one just happened to be free because it was on there, and I think it was on Facebook. But he does a lot of low impact. But he also tell you, if you want to vamp it up a little bit, do this.
Right.
And the option of weights. So I do the weights with him too.
That's good. Yeah, I noticed. I do Leslie Sansom, and she just like, and I started with Jane Fonda, but even the low impact, they would give you someone in the background doing. They'll say, if you want more impact, follow the person behind her, which I love, because sometimes it's just too easy, and sometimes it's just enough.
Yeah.
Ruth, do you have anything? Yes.
Well, do you remember in the Tops magazine, there's a lady named Jody Stovall, I think is her last name?
I think so.
I got on her Zoom, and her classes are all free. They're at 2 o'clock my time. I don't know what time for Pennsylvania, but she's in California, so she does it at 11 o'clock her time. But they're very easy to do. So it would be
2 o'clock my time.
Right. So they're very easy to do. She does weights, and she does a little bit of dancing, but you can do it in the chair or standing. And it's really, really easy. And
You'll
she
have to
has a
send me the
Facebook page.
link. You'll have to send me the link. Because
Yeah,
that
I
sounds
will.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
And
does-
and
she does-
they're taped? Are they taped?
Yeah, she tapes it so that you can do it on Facebook too later on, or you can do it while she's doing it, and she has a Zoom link as well.
Oh, cool. I'll have to do that. Because
Oh.
sometimes
Yeah,
when they have classes, like no matter how much I plan to get to these classes, something comes up and I have to be somewhere else and I can't be at my computer. So it's like, ugh, missed it again. But
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
send
I'll
you
have
the
to
link.
definitely try. Because I need something,
Yeah.
because I just do walking and biking and hiking, and I do nothing with resistance or strength exercises. I really need to do that. But,
Yeah, she's very good at showing you exactly how to do the weight exercises so you're not
Yes.
injuring yourself.
yes, I used to be a weightlifter. I used to lift weights when I was in the military, and it's like, and I was cut. I got 2 babies after this. It's not even close. It's not even close anymore. Yeah. Cindy, do you have anything specific you do to exercise?
Yes. Well, now that it's below 115 degrees in Arizona, I have
Yes.
been going, yeah. And unfortunately, the fitness centers here in our community are still closed. So I've been walking, but like you, walking's boring. So what I've tried to do the last couple of weeks is just block 10 minutes of time 3 times a day, and it goes quicker and isn't quite as grueling. But I'd be
Yes.
interested in that link to that exercise, the lady you were talking about, Ruth.
Okay.
Yeah, just text me the link or message me the link and something. I can put it on my page. That way everybody can get to it. Yeah,
Okay.
but that works.
Yeah.
Or you can put it on my page.
Had her in the Tops magazine a couple times.
What's her name?
Jody, I'm not going to pronounce it right. Stovall?
Okay. Do you remember what issue she was in the last time?
I
Was
wanna
it one
say
this
the
year?
I think it was the summertime one and one in the springtime.
Okay. I'll look for it also.
But it's easy to miss because it was like one time it was a page and then another time it was like an article about her.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have to kind of slowly look.
Yeah. Read every little bit. Okay. I will look for it. Molly, what do you do for exercise?
Well, this was a good time to do this because I've been slacking off totally. To commit to get back to it.
Yes. Yeah.
I've got exercise bikes, treadmills. I do the Leslie Sansone. I've got the weights. I've got the outdoors for walking, and I've been totally slacking off.
I've been going in cycles here since we stopped. The first couple weeks I listened to everybody and I stayed off the trails and everything, and then I said no more. I had to get out of the house. I was going crazy. Cabin fever is real. It really is. It's like wow. But but cycles, and then I
So you
did.
go hiking by yourself, Luann?
Yes, I do
You
hiking,
go
but
hiking
more and
by
more.
yourself, are you a little bit leery?
No, because I grew up in the mountains. I grew up in the Adirondack Mountains in New York.
You do.
It doesn't really bother me. But I've been
I got all excited. The rec department. I thought they were having a hike, and I got all excited, and it was not a hike. It was a photograph of a photograph contest. Go for a hike and take pictures. But
well,
I
that
think
will
I'm gonna.
tell me to
That's
hike.
right.
My friend, no, let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, I went hiking
I
last
used
night
to
with a
go
group. It was fun. But yeah, well, you need to take your pictures so you go out and hike. Do you have any place to hike nearby? Tammy.
There is. Yeah, well, we've got a lot of mountains nearby, so
Yeah. Yeah. Are you near the Appalachian Trail?
I used to do it. I just a little leery about going by myself, you know?
Well, grab somebody, one of your kids or
Yeah,
a friend.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, but some people
So
won't do
I've,
it alone.
I've
It doesn't
been
bother
doing
me.
the recumbent.
Say again.
I've been doing the recumbent bike. I'm getting back on the recumbent bike because the weather's getting cool and you know, it's monotonous and I gotta turn the radio on and just have a set time that I do it and just get it done. So I usually do it early in the morning because I never know what the day has planned. But if I don't get it in the morning, I find myself walking after an appointment or after going to the mall or wherever I am. I will taking the initiative and just getting going and realizing that it doesn't have to be monotonous and you can exercise anywhere.
Yeah, you can. And you wherever, as long as as long as you don't feel like, sometimes people are like, oh, I can't do it here. It's like if if you're sitting on a chair waiting for something, just keep. My mom would always do it, and I was wondering why. And now it's like, yeah, she's planking. She was like, because she's short, she couldn't reach the floor, so she used it. She'd cross her legs and keep her legs straight, and she would not move until she had to. It's like I can't hold it that long, and she can still do it at 92. It's like.
Wow.
But she was, that's what she would
Wow.
do. She would just hold her legs out straight and sit, and the posture on her. It's like, wow. But that's what she would do. It's like, you can exercise anywhere. Circle your shoulders or stretch your arms and, sit up straight takes a lot of
So I do
muscles.
a lot of
Great.
leg lifts and leg exercises, floor exercises with a lot of leg work because I used to use a cane and I've gotten away from it, but I'm getting back to it because if you don't use if you don't stretch those muscles,
Right.
you lose
Right.
mobility.
Yeah, and they have it in writing here. You use it or lose it. Whether it's your muscles or your brain, you lose it or you lose. You use it or lose it. Terry Ann, what do you do for exercise?
Hi, everybody. Sorry I missed the meeting last week, but we had a actual live TOPS meeting with my chapter last week. So, but as far as exercise, I actually started 2.5 years ago, starting on the fitness DVDs that I had. So now I've tracked all the ones that I've done and how many times. So my goal before the end of the year, I have like 26 different workouts. I want to do them all, complete them all 50 times. So I have down literally a list of how many more times I've got to do each one. But it's basically, I have Zumba, I have Jillian Michaels, I have the 21-Day Fix, I have Women's Health. I have a couple of other ones there that I just kind of like rotate through them.
Don't you have any VHS ones? I have so many. I started in the 80s.
No longer. This house I do. And the weird thing is I actually bought, oh my goodness, a nice step, and I ended up selecting the VHS version of them. So literally at my previous apartment for probably about a year, every month they kept sending me the VHS tapes, and I'm like,
no.
Never got around to doing it, and I have no idea what I ended up doing with them. I either donated them, threw them out, or gave them to people. I really don't know.
I have Jane Fonda's step. My husband uses it because the beds these days aren't short, and he uses that to get in bed. So I no longer have possession of my step. So when I want to use it, I gotta go upstairs and go bring it downstairs. Because it's nice
Well,
and nice and wide. It's like, okay. Yeah.
I had that. The funny thing is, I actually had that. I bought that when I was in college in Halloween 1993. I left my dorm room after doing the trick-or-treating because we had pumpkins that we would put on our doors in the dorm that if kids wanted to trick-or-treat. And I remember leaving to literally go to James Way to buy it on a bus because I took a bus there. I did not realize how big the box was. I took it back home, took a cab back to the college dorm. And I literally probably used it maybe about a dozen times. So,
That was my in thing in college. That was my exercise because I lived in town and not a good part of town. So that was my exercise when I didn't have to go running. It was the step. And of course, VHS was that 8-track, I'm sorry. I'm sure we have some 8-track tapes somewhere. But Stella, what do you do for exercise? Okay, we can't hear you.
I said we walk every day, and then I have senior tap dance at the Y 2 days a week. So we go
Nice.
oh, that's
do
so
it on
cool.
You have tap. Wow. I did take tap and ballet in middle school.
This is senior tap.
I know. It's probably much better than elementary kids.
And we square danced until the virus, so we don't do
Yeah,
that anymore.
Because you can't. Yeah.
Well, some of them are still doing it, but we don't do that.
Yeah. So you're still walking.
Yeah.
Do you
every
do
day.
anything for strengthening or balance or anything?
We balance a couple days a week, and then we stretch every morning, my husband and I. But I don't
Yeah, I
do
need to
any.
work on my balance. My balance isn't that good. We're supposed to, one of the stretches is to stand up and put your one foot at your knee. I had to hold on to something because I was going to fall on the floor. I have no balance.
I have to. So I
Yeah.
have something that I use, and I don't know if it is exactly what I'm using it for. Bought it at a tag sale many years ago, and I keep bringing it out, guys. I think it's a Thigh Master.
Yes, it is. I have one in the basement. I have one in the basement.
Like, really?
That's what I use it for. That's what I use it for. I don't use it for my thighs. In fact, my
Yeah,
son,
you can use it this way too. You can use it.
yes, you use it for, Suzanne Summer uses it for her chest muscles.
I don't need any chest muscles.
I don't either. My grandson puts it on the floor and he sits on it so he can make it open and close with his butt.
I haven't seen one of those in ages.
I have one in my basement. And we're having good exercise right now. We're laughing. Laughter is good exercise. Okay, now
Funny.
this is a really good meeting today. Let's see. Let's go back here and see if there's anything else they want us to talk about. Okay. Fat to lean ratio. We ain't gonna talk about that one. We did this. It says, remember, if you're up and moving, you're lapping the person that's on the couch. So you're going faster than the person that's is on the couch. It says also for before and after exercise, you warm up and you cool down. It says activities and calories burned per hour. Watching TV, 80. Playing cards, 102 calories an hour. Standing, 108 per hour. Who does ironing? Actual ironing board.
Every
do.
So,
once in a while.
you burn 132 calories an hour.
I don't do it for an hour.
Yep, yep, yep. Playing the piano, 200 calories an hour. Dancing, 250. Scrubbing floors, that's what a Swifter's for. Gardening, 390. Walking downstairs, 420. And walking upstairs, 800. Wow, almost doubles. So I guess we
Can
need
you
to,
repeat that? Can you repeat that?
for which one?
The stairs going up and going down.
Walking down the stairs, 420 an hour. Walking up the stairs, 800 per hour. So you use a lot more muscles.
Wow.
Well, and I can actually see that because going down the mountain, it's like gravity's pushing you down. Going up the stairs, I mean, I'm leaning on both my walking sticks and I'm getting out of breath. You're using a lot more energy to go up the mountain or going up the stairs. And it says to cool down. Cool down is the opposite to warm up. It is 5 to 15 minute period of time of low intensity. And the warm up should be basically it says warm up is 5 to 15 minutes of exercise that precedes the workout. Like if you going for a run or even for a hike, you should stretch out, which I don't do, which I could tell because when I failed that video for stretching, that was really funny. Not, but cool up, warm up and cool down are important. And it says, training tips, have a plan before beginning a training program as exercise program. You need to develop a plan and commit yourself to a reasonable amount of time. Progress slowly. Slow, deliberate progress gives you the opportunity to integrate your activity into your normal routine. Set realistic goals. Does anybody use the SMART goal system? It's on the My Day one. It's small, short-term, reasonable, realistic, rather. In our culture, we often measure progress by how far or how fast. This might be reasonable for competitive athletes, but not for those of us who are just getting active so we can enjoy life more. For most of us, personal goals based on questions like, does this level of activity make me feel good, or does this help me towards my goal of losing weight? Makes more sense than to look at a stopwatch. And then, of course, goes to water aerobics, which is good. And lifting weights, and it says pump iron or milk jugs. You can use cans. Part of the challenge is do bicep curls with canned food in your hands if you don't have weights. So you don't have to have a weight system. You do not have to have a treadmill. Use what's there. Use canned goods. We all have canned goods in our pantry. And use those for weights. And it goes in on, talks about other exercises, and even has a whole routine for TheraBand exercises. In the top store, you can get the TheraBand exercise cards and the TheraBands. It's all in the Real Life book, the entire program for it. So you don't need to buy anything extra if you have this book. How many of you does have the Real Life book? Does everyone have it? Everything's in here. Everything is in here. And I've had this book for 5 years and I'm still finding stuff new. In fact, in one of the Top's Facebook pages, they said about a dream board, because it was on the inspiration calendar from Tops. It's page 163, dream boards. Let me see if they have it. It said touch on vision boards, but vision board is on 163, chapter 6, if you want to do vision boards, which is good. If you want to, a vision board is good for setting a goal. Put it where you can see it and not just think about it. And it helps with your goals. But, and it also, it has something, because it says enjoy the ride, has a lot to do with motivation. The vision board will help you visualize your motivation. But any other thing anybody want to talk about the exercise or anything, or any non-scale victories or real victories, any struggles? And I'm sorry about missing on Monday, but everybody had the day off. I wanted a day off too.
You deserve a day off.
Yeah. But it was fun. Daughter still had to work, so we weren't on each other's throats. We're too alike. But
Did you actually take the day off, or did you?
I did.
you go-
I actually got to stuff that I wanted to get to. I took a day off because I did on Friday I did Tops Walk and a hike. Saturday I had a hike, a Tops hike, plus my meeting. And then Sunday I went to another Tops Walk. So I was exhausted. So it was also a day of rest. So, and then
Yeah.
yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Oh, I went on a sunset hike. Got off the trail about 8:10. So if I don't do a lot of
Nice.
exercise today, I'm good. So I've
Yeah.
exercised to the max.
So Joanne, you do a lot of exercising, but I know you used to use a cane, and how did you start? Like, how did you work yourself up to
I
all
just
this
walked.
exercise?
I got myself a walking stick. The cane was more until I learned my balance again, because after my strokes, my balance wasn't very good. Or if I feel weak, I'll use it, but most likely I'll reach for my walking sticks, because there's two of them for one. But when I first started walking, I was doing slow, and I wasn't pushing it. I mean, I was lucky. It's like, when am I ever going to get to 10,000 steps? It's like, it wasn't happening. But my friend gave me a bike, which helped a lot. It got my legs
I
stronger.
used to use ski poles. Use
Use ski
whatever you had.
poles.
I use ski poles.
Use
Yeah.
whatever you have. But it works. But I mean, hiking, I mean, people are like, a lot of them, the younger ones aren't using poles. Well, I have a droopy foot. If I get tired, my foot doesn't lift up all the way. So that's why I have always hike with my two poles.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I fell yesterday because it's like, I didn't get my foot over that one rock, and it was dark out. So it's like, okay, so finally, not as stiff this morning, but got a sore knee. I always fall on the same knee, so this knee is not liking me right now. But
So Molly, you have a recumbent bike. You just got it. Do you know the importance of stretching before you use the bike? Doing calf stretches, calf stretches. I think in the directions they'll tell you to do it. It's really important, because if you get up there really going on that bike, your heels will tighten.
ouch.
And if you do the calf stretches, the heel stretches, it will stretch out that, and so they won't tighten up on you.
Sounds like I need to do that before my big bike rides.
Yeah.
I never read the
Right.
book that come with this stuff. I get to do that.
Sounds like we all need to do some stretching these days.
I have it. I haven't read it. I'll read it. It's a good tip. I never
It
thought
is.
of that.
I never thought about that either.
I I had to have my heels injected because I didn't read the directions, and I went back and yeah, you got to do the heel stretches before you get serious on that bike.
Yeah.
Just 5 minutes of stretches, just 5 minutes of heel stretches just before you start, and then stretch out again after you finish.
Yeah. The gyms don't tell you that either when they have you use their machine. They don't tell you to stretch out before you use. They just, the trainers just say, just start. The trainers don't even tell you to stretch out. But it's very important. I've learned my lesson. By failing that one video with my grandson, we did bad. So I was like, yeah, neither one of us could do it. So, but yeah, we've learned, this week that we need to stretch.
Even on TV, there's a lot of yoga going on TV, and even keeping up with some of these girls that are doing yoga is they're so flexible.
Yeah.
You just gotta get it's.
My
I'm
body
doing all
doesn't
this
move that way.
exercise, but I'm not flexing. I'm not stretching. It's really important.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm learning that. Yeah. I've looked at, I used to be able to do yoga, and my grandson, I think in one of their gym classes, they had to do downward dog and warrior poses.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
started
could
doing
not
that
do
again.
it.
Oh,
It's
But
like,
you're
my
in
body
medicine.
doesn't bend that way.
it's so good for the mind, and it's so relaxing, and it opens your joints up, and just gentle, easy movements, and it's just
In the
puts
spring,
your
I was
mind in a
taking
good
yoga
place.
classes, and I've noticed that I was flexible then, but I'm not flexible now because I stopped doing it. And I'm just hiking, and my muscles are too tight.
And there's Joanne at the gym they used to have, because yoga was one of my favorite classes. But they had a senior yoga also. The lady whose class I took, she also taught like the silver sneakers yoga. I never took it. I always took her yoga classes at the gym though. But there is like Silver Sneakers has a yoga.
I gotta wait 10 more years for that. Got 65, right? I got 10 more
I
years.
think it
Well,
is.
9 more years.
But
Yeah,
but you may be able, there might be something online that you could.
Yeah, I think they're on YouTube.
Okay.
I noticed they have classes on Facebook Live. Not when I can get there. That's the biggest problem, timing.
So what is Silver Sneakers?
Donna, you want to explain that?
Well, Silver Sneakers, once you turn 65, I guess if your insurance participates, you can take classes and go to the gym for like free. You can go, I think you can go to Silver Sneakers, I think, and online and put in some information, and it'll tell you if you're eligible for it,
But you can, I still get their newsletters.
Where do they hold them? Like where
Well,
are they located?
you can, I used to go to, I didn't belong to Silver Sneakers, but I know Gold's gyms, a lot of the gyms participate. Central Penn Fitness.
I'm eligible for the gym, but you know what? I live in Maine, and the nearest gym is an hour away.
Yeah.
It's like
better to go outside.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to just check it out too.
Well, check out the YouTube. They have a Facebook page, and I believe they have the link to their videos for YouTube, so you can use their exercises.
Oh, cool.
So that will work. But anybody have anything else they want to discuss? Anything? Nobody?
Oh, I'm a great auntie.
What'd you say?
I'm a great auntie.
Yes! Congratulations! Congratulations.
They were a high risk pregnancy. She lost a baby a year ago, and she was blessed with this one. She gave birth 2 days ago, and healthy baby girl.
Nice.
Just what a blessing.
That is a blessing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So, okay, if there's nothing else, we will start never quit pledge, which we need that because we need to be able to can't let this stuff that's still going on get us down and stop us from doing our life. Okay, today I promise I will not quit. I pledge that no matter how many ups and downs I pass through, I will continue on my journey. I pledge to make a new start today and forgive myself for my past and to stop being so critical of myself. I pledge to take control of myself, to stop making excuses and stop blaming other people or situations. I pledge to treat myself as I would my best friend because that is who I am. I pledge to stay in the race and to be a winner. Everybody, hopefully I'll see some of you on Monday, and I will have a Zoom on Monday. I've had my rest, and see you next Wednesday. You have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.